Raw on May the 4th be with you is over. Let's talk about it. The show was going to kick off with Roman Reigns, but then it didn't. And Seth Rollins came up to Roman Reigns right before he came out and said, "You're in my way." I really hope they reignite this feud. Honestly, have their big one-on-one match at SummerSlam. Is that partly because I'm going to SummerSlam and I want to see that? Yes. But also, we've seen what happens when they wait too long. People get injured and they can't do it. And with Roman Reigns going more and more Hollywood, there's not going to come many more opportunities to do it. Then Seth Rollins came out, Braun Breaker took him out right away, hit him with a spear. These two segments didn't happen back to back, but we're going to talk about them back to back later in the show when a Joe Hendry versus Austin Theory match was scheduled and it was happening. It ended in a DQ from Logan Paul, and then after the match they started attacking him and it ignited a huge brawl. It involved Austin Theory and Logan Paul, the Street Profits, Joe Hendry, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. This brawl was amazing. This is how you do a brawl, baby. No security, fast-paced. Seth Rollins was finally getting the upper hand on Braun Breaker. He was about to hit a stomp. Then Montez Ford came running in, jumped over the post, over the turnbuckles, landing on the Vision and Joe Hendry. And then that allowed Braun Breaker to hit the spear on Seth Rollins. It was just a phenomenal brawl, and I loved everything about this in this brawl. Developing multiple storylines in one segment. In just this one segment, you developed Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins, you developed the Street Profits versus the Vision, you developed the Vision versus Joe Hendry, all in one segment. Picture perfect. Absolutely loved this so much. I hope they see how effing good these brawls are without security and take it as a sign to stop sending out security. Next, we had Soruka's WWE Raw contract signing, but before I talk about that, she got Def Rebelled. Yay! What was wrong with her theme song? It was perfectly fine. Was it a top theme song in the WWE? No, but it was good. It fit her character. And then they have to go and fuck it up. They gave her a garbaggio, terrible theme song. It is a metric butt ton of booty juice. Please change it back. But then, before she could really do much, big time Becky Lynch came out and told all of Omaha, Nebraska how she is the greatest female wrestler of all time. And it's not just her saying it, it's not just me saying it, it's Sports Illustrated, it's Bleacher Report. And Soruka stood up to her. I cannot wait for this feud. And I'm praying to God that Soruka's the next Women's Intercontinental Champion. She absolutely deserves it. It would be the perfect way to end Becky's reign, putting over the next major star in all of women's wrestling. I think Soruka could honestly end her career as the greatest women's wrestler of all time. However, that our absolute garbage theme song must have cursed her or something, because she botched a soul snatcher on Becky Lynch. Don't get me wrong, she recovered really well, but she botched the soul snatcher. It's official. The Def Rebel curse is real. But she recovered well, did the best she could, still hit the soul snatcher. And, like, usually she does it off the middle rope. She's just so fucking talented. She hit it off the bottom rope. I mean, dude, slipping off the middle rope, most people would panic and have to like restart. She just, because she's so good and athletic, she can just bounce off the bottom rope and do it like it's no problem. Soruka's awesome, even though her debut was ruined by that horrible theme song. Well, I wouldn't say completely ruined. I am still so unbelievably excited for Soruka on the main roster, and especially this feud. Imagine Soruka winning her first WWE title in front of an international crowd in Clash in Italy. Oh my god, baby. We had a video package between Asuka and Kairi Sane. Of course it was a video package because they didn't want to air the "We Want Kairi" chants because they knew that would happen. But they cut a good promo on each other, and then it ended with Asuka misting Iyo Sky directly in the face. They were damn near kissing, and she got all that mist in her eyes. Just really hoping that, Kairi Sane returns at Backlash. There's reports that the belief within WWE is that there's over a 50% chance that Kairi Sane returns this Saturday at Backlash. Really hoping that's true, because she is literally, again, I've said this so many times, she is the only reason this match is happening. Without Kairi, this match isn't happening. But at the very least, I know we will get a very, very, really good, fun, incredible match. Next, we had Oba Femi's Open Challenge. It was answered by Akira Tozawa, which I called, by the way. Just saying. But then Akira went face to face with him and backed down and sent Otis in. And I was like, oh, baby, this is gonna be so good. Oba hit a disgusting European uppercut. He flew across the ring, and it was just incredible. That was the best uppercut I've ever seen. And then hit a fall. Hold on, let me back up here. I'm getting flabbergasted. He took a grown 330-pound meaty man 10 feet across the ring. That should not be possible. That defies the laws of physics. Oba Femi, I love you. Sorry, I had a muscle spasm there. That was a sneeze. But then he hit a fall from grace on Otis and then won. Just, Oba Femi puts on the greatest squash matches of all time. 100%. I didn't even know that it was possible to put on a fantastic squash match, but he does it every single time. I hope that the next few weeks this same thing happens, but soon we have to actually give him a bit of a challenge. Don't have him lose, but give him a challenge. What they're doing, I think, is just kind of stalling until King of the Ring, where I think Oba Femi will win that and win the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Next, we had a tag match between Penta and Javon Evans going up against Rusev and Ethan Page. It was just such a fun match. It was a really good match. And Ethan Page actually ended up hitting the Twisted Grin on... Actually, no, he didn't hit the Twisted Grin. He hit like a fisherman's brainbuster. Like, he hooked Penta's leg, lifted him up, and hit like a brainbuster. I don't know what it was. I don't know why he won with it, but it was really cool. I'm hoping that's a move that he officially like adds to his arsenal, because it was amazing. It was incredible. It was incredible. But now he should logically be the #1 contender for Penta's Intercontinental Championship. I'm really hoping they do that Fatal 4-Way. Unfortunately, they didn't add it to the Backlash card. The Backlash card. Kind of silly of me for thinking they would actually add a 6th match like they should. But, yeah, no. A man can hope. Overall, I really liked this segment and this match. It was really fun. And I can't wait for this inevitable fatal 4-way. Next, we had another amazing, incredible match between Los Americanos and El Grande Americano going up against the original El Grande Americano and Los Americanos Hermanos, which means the American Brothers, I believe. I love this feud so much, dude. It's a shame it couldn't get over on the main roster, but we also got an update on Chad Gable from the original El Grande Americano. He said he is still dealing with an injury. He didn't say a timetable for his return, but hopefully he can return soon, because I'm gonna get concerned that Chad Gable is gonna get released along with the others that have gotten released. Honestly, a really great match, and it was won by OG El Grande and Los Americanos Hermanos. There's not much else to say. Just a really fun match. Please, Big Papi Chad Gable, return soon. Get well soon, Papi. Next, in the main event, we had the contract signing between the OTC Roman Reigns and the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu. Real quick, before I get into this, I just remembered I forgot to mention this earlier. In this brawl, Braun Breaker threw Montez Ford over the top rope like he owed him money. I mean, he threw him like a sack of potatoes. He did a belly-to-belly suplex and sent Montez fully vertical over the top rope. Braun Breaker is absolutely insane, and I know Montez Ford was a huge part of that too. Amazing selling from Montez Ford. But back to the contract signing. They cut a really solid promo against each other. I loved what they were saying. And Roman said, yes, in the family we're all equal, but in this ring, you're below me. And that is what sent Jacob Fatu into a turbo rage. He went Super Saiyan, Super Samoan, if you will, trying to lock in the Tongan Death Grip multiple times. And they are protecting this Tongan Death Grip like the end of days, bro. Roman got out of it like 3 times, but as soon as he actually locked it in, it was over. Just a really, really good brawl. And Jacob Fatu hit like a Tongan Death Grip choke slam on the table, which was awesome. The table didn't break, but it was still awesome. And I mean, my Backlash predictions video is coming out this Thursday, May 7th. And I have to predict who's going to win this match. And I really, really don't know. I initially thought it was going to be so easy to just pick Roman Reigns, but then he got pulled from the TV dates in June. He's not going to be at Night of Champions. You'd figure you'd want to have your biggest champion in the company at Night of Champions. They are making Jacob Fatu look like an absolute monster, giving him the new Tongan Death Grip. Well, not new, but hasn't been used in years, decades. At least, I don't think, not that I know of. I really don't know, and it is going to be a very hard decision when I have to come to make it. I loved this segment. This was overall a really solid episode of Monday Night Raw. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and